Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with solid bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.
No further delays, no further breaks. Counter-Strike history could be written right now in case Cloud9, well, in case they fail. That would be quite tremendous. I think there's no other word for that. That would be quite tremendous. It would be quite painful for a lot of North American fans. But we're going to see about that. Quest have not decided to play this. Quest don't feel too comfortable on this. Story goes on and on and on. And right now, let's see who's going to fill up who with bullets. On the CT side, Cloud9 might feel very comfortable. Checking the stats in a sec for you to give you a little briefing. In the meantime, mid is going to be taken by Quest, and fast and swift they go, taking out automatic in the run, and that is going to be an A-side attack with Rush only defending it really. Golden, how much can he do? A double is more than good. It's not giving them the man advantage, a tool that could have helped them so much. As now, swinging wide, they know about the player on ticket. Oh, the failure from Vice, who had the USPS to get laser-like bullets into the chest or head of Quest. And that means the Dane, in combination with the American, needs to try to find more. The bomb is now down. And this is ideal for Cloud9. After things start to look very disgusting, Rush is eliminated. Nothing more coming out from Cajun. Oh, on the edge of losing it, Quest still prevail. And Mirage in the last 3 months, well, they have played it 5 times. Winning against Luminosity and Envy. Both, by the way, not top 30 teams. It's disgusting. The imagination of right now, Cloud9 being eliminated, disgusting, right? I mean, we're not going to go there at the moment. C9 a bit more of a CT side team besides of that. And the sample size for Quest of this map doesn't really allow us to make any wild assumptions. What is not a wild assumption is Rush coming in from behind, trying to possibly get some exits. Well, now the money farming starts. It's actually a bit of a rare sight, thinking about it, to see not one rifle in such a round on the winning side. Was it imaginable that Quest picks up an AK, or I mean, the Galil would be totally dumb, but I'm saying an AK rather. But yeah, there it goes. Voltage can buy up for the AK. Same goes for Snakes. Yesterday, Cloud9 played this map as well and smashed the head of New Identity. Lost the best of 3 though then. As Voltage is trying to abuse his MAC-10s as much as possible. That's an immediate take on the site of B. Vice seems to be ready, as in combination with Cajun and the Molotov. Not a single worry on the side of Cloud9. Good luck, have fun, Snakes. You will be just falling down anytime soon, except he's coming in with a stellar performance. Doesn't seem very realistic though. Cajun already holding the angle and then eliminating him. Number 1. There it is. Finally, after a proper buy comes their way. As right now, Quest, with just this pistol bias, trying to set themselves up for that take over on the side of A. Golden has the perfect tool to deny, same goes for Rush, and Quest immediately eliminated. A weird buy mixture coming out though for the Terrorists. We see 3.5 on both Voltage and Snakes. And I mean, now going for it, going for buy, of course, would once more result in not the best of a setup. And yeah, there they go for the pistols. It's basically a deja vu, or it seems to be like a deja vu of what we just had right there. Whilst Cloud9 can now amass money, finally, so important on the CT side to get some big bucks in your wallet. Rush starting off good, and so the meat grinder starts to go a little further, but that one tap from Grim was ideal. A bomb hit in the ground would help Quest even more on their run to get more money in their bank accounts. Realistically speaking, this should not be a situation they come out of on top. Voltage and Grim, with only one of them having armor, and one of them having also 27 HP. It's a little uncomfortable, isn't it? And there it goes. C9 cannot deny the plant, but they can deny a third round. This means Quest, they can't advance over C9 for the moment. Seriously, I mean 9k onto Vice, getting even the update of the M4. Brilliant for him. The entire CT side benefiting from the amazing money they have gathered. I mean 5, 5, and 4. No rebuying into this. I don't want to go and talk to you about Inferno yet, which by the way would be the decider. I'm gonna keep that, but it's gonna be a very interesting story. In the meantime, Exceed goes out of the flames and comes out as Phoenix. So the bomb chooses a different path. Seems like the B side is the main objective for the moment. Oh, well, yeah, coming in with Grim and his boys leading the charge over there. Vice has now found an aggressive stance. He's the final pillar of defense as Cajun finally tends to move over. The smoke is gonna fade. And Vice is just desperately looking for a frag. The Molotov is forcing him out. He nearly finds two. That one onto Grim was already a little too much. And Exceed obviously can't move through, but they want to be fast. If that is worth it though, different question. I mean, going for the flames and then not that Caden. Alright then. The good thing for them is they have sent their scout, Spongy, over on the A side. The only one holding him up would be Rush, but he's right now on the move. Radar is focused on Connector. Look on the minimap is telling us Cloud9 have not decided to go for a rotation yet. And this would be ideal for Quest. They should be able to deal with Rush, eliminate him. They have full control over A. There's the first utility front, and now rotation comes in. And now that rotation is going to benefit their sides. Not that much. Yet again, though, bomb has found its way to A. And there's no real reason for saving. I mean, a 2 versus 3 is winnable for Cloud9, but if one more falls, Golden or Cajun, then you should maybe abort the mission. We're gonna see if that's gonna happen, not with Cajun's accuracy like that. A second isn't granted, and this means Golden wants to capitalize on it. The brilliant Nate is not gonna grant him the success. And Quest, there's the third. This is, by the way, now the real do-or-die situation for Cloud9. If you just joined us, Quest was able to obtain a victory over there on Nuke, which was their map pick. Cloud9 have decided to play Mirage. And Voltage seemed alert to pull the trigger. Lost Golden. Gets out of connector ASAP. Automatic with the entry, putting Cloud9 in the right track. So Quest, first of all, remains on top mid. Sending nobody actively for something like B control. Throw no utility or something in that direction could give C9 an early idea on what's about to happen. Though with 1 minute left, of course, a rotation could be initiated anytime soon. Snakes waiting back on bottom mid. He's going to come together with his teammates over on short. That seems to be the game plan. Cajun is ready to assist, and he's going to find the frag. Vice swinging wide. Has an easy one onto Voltage as well. That's brilliant. That is just more than brilliant. Snake on his own. The T's have hardly any backup money. I mean, Voltage and Snakes, both of them do. Bigger picture doesn't. That's a bit of a problem. This is, compared to Nuke, a fairly slow affair. I really have to say, it's a fairly slow affair compared to what we've seen on Nuke, where funny-wise also Quest was on the T side. Their T side remained to be structured and with good executions, yet again, it remains to be in a brilliant sort of manner, considering that they were always somewhat there with speed. And I really like the sort of momentum Quest had when they were playing actually over there on the T side back on Nuke. I mean, when we quickly talk about Cloud9, recently they have been pretty much on the bottom end. But when one of the teams with the worst trade rates, as I say it, well, Cajun is not really going to be traded. Automatic the reactor to exceed. The bomb is now put on the pedestal, pretty much out in the public, and has to be retrieved by Quest to get number 4 on the go. And that pressure is somewhat high. You don't want to see C9 getting too much here once they're on the defender sides. But that bomb planted, everybody has a kit for C9. Golden's flank might be successful. Yes, indeed. And now they can put the screws on to Quest. Only Grim and Voltage stand a chance. The positioning of Grim especially interesting, and if considers he's to swing wide, comes in a little late. And Vice might be eliminated anytime soon. He goes for that fake defuse, and he's moving out. The AWP slapping his face away. And yeah, this is where the interesting part comes in, because first of all, Cloud9 gets in less than every second round a successful opening duel. That's the first thing very interesting. Next for me is that their trade rate is extremely low. On only 18.6% of the occasions there's a trade in the last 3 months. And their flash assists is also down to 0.16, which is, and I'm not joking, worse than the one of XCOM, worse than the one of Pact, worse than the one of Mythic, worse than the one of Unique. And you must be actually familiar with the European Tier 3 scene to know about a few who I've just mentioned. And on a professional manner, you would expect logically a lot more. To just give you a little bit of an idea, who's stellar with flash assists, that's Big with 0.33. God, B is going to be just the utility mastermind. Everybody prays that he's going to come up once in a while with basically the Nate Bible. But I mean, the Germans in general are a fan of utility. Mentioning right now, alternate attacks and Sprout as well. Of course, I guess in North America, those names are not that familiar. If you're interested, who's the best flasher in NA? It would be Bad News Beers, and if we're talking about more serious teams, we're talking about NRG. So, you got now a little bit of an insight on that. let's see if Quest will be able to start shining over here. I mean, it would be about time. As on Mirage, they're actually more of a CT-sided team, though you surely don't want to see Cloud9 coming out of this with double digits if you're a Quest fan. Talking just about that. Bomb has hit the ground. Automatic tries to approach over on CT. I mean, now he has been spotted and put under pressure, but the nades all coming down. Quest can't handle the chaos at all. And that means Snakes as well as Voltage won't find a way to prevail. Under no circumstance, really. Still, he knows about the diffusers. Snakes finds the first, but can't advance. No problem. And so, at that point in time, Cloud9 should be able to prevail in this half, though Rush is eliminated early on. We always saw Cloud9 actually bounce back once the situation started to look a little sinister. As it might be grim right now, the one tap from Snakes is getting Cage and B out of this round immediately. Both are coming back from CT, and Vice using his height advantage, making himself 3 meters tall, finding Exceed in the smoke. I'm not quite sure if he saw him or just randomly just sprayed into it, but if it works, that's fine. And now coming back on the side is not going to be that easy. Automatic, beautiful shot though onto Connector, now leaves it only onto Vice. His Hawk is not the tool to success. So Quest finally come back into this. I mean, after so many rounds won by C9, it would be great probably for them to see now getting a consecutive one. As that only happened after winning the pistol. Cloud9 obviously accumulated so much money that they don't need to worry in case they're losing this one. In case they're losing the next one, then we can start talking. The nade goes deep, doesn't do damage. Okay. In the meantime, Grim is eliminated. Automatic in the last few rounds had major impact, and now Vice chimes in and denies Quest any B access. Get away from it. As Voltage, though, will try to still annex it if possible. No shot from Automatic baited out. He's told for that trick. That molly fails in the end. Not really seeing this one going. So Voltage could try to change things up, but don't really believe it. And there you go. Half belongs to Cloud9. And that is ideal, considering that Nuke didn't go their way. With now though, Quest preparing themselves for one brutal take on that A site. Snakes considers to go for the bait. Is he forcing any rotation? Quick look at the minimap. Not really. And it's going to be especially interesting with Rush. He's out, and Golden can also not prevail against the entire wave that is arriving over on the A site. Automatic nearly chiming in. That was not full force. And Voltage getting such a shot at the Cage. And no idea if he even saw him. The control belongs to Quest. Realistically speaking, Ice, I mean, Next round is 14 out of 30. Considering the losing bonus, I mean, it's the minimum. Yeah, he could try, but I mean, realistically speaking, he's not going to make it. Rather go for some exits back over T-spawn. Seems like a better idea. Reasonable decision from him. As he's not going to actively engage the site. He's going to swing a little, see where his teammate Rush died, might collect his Noctex. And that's it. Number 5 is on the board. A quick look on the scoreboard is telling us that Cloud9 is coming in with a very, very balanced performance. Golden actually with the highest ADR on the team. And considering this is an 8-5, I mean, the IDR looks even worse than the score for me personally. Considering those rounds especially. I mean, if half of the rounds you've won were you surviving with actually all 5 players, that's amazing. This is a sign of dominance, but it seems like ever since the performance descended, advantage considering to peek white. Finds not automatic. Looked like his whiff could be the window of opportunity for the entry frag. Nate just pops nearly in front of his face. I mean, it is getting him only down to 82. Could have been way worse if he would stand more towards ramp. What's interesting, C9 focusing themselves very, very much towards the A section. Vice on his own, we saw him previous actually play a bit more aggressive towards apartments, even when he was alone, to get the information. Maybe they'd rather choose the safe approach by now, and that bit of utility forces Automatic to come over. Rush in the meantime taking down Spongy. Snakes with such a kill might enforce more rotation. I mean, more kills would even be better. Talking about that, takes out Automatic, but not Cajun. And so all the players are rotating. Questo, do they misread this? C9 is most definitely ready to see Quest now coming over to the B site. With 20 more, pressure is high onto them. They gotta go fast onto the side, as they now know where Cajun stands, and that is towards Truck. They might be able to eliminate him. That is so. Nobody on Kitchen to support him. And the Molly's even gonna deny further access. Oh no, it actually bounces off the window. Well, doesn't change the matter of fact. It's only down to Rush. Would be the clutch of him to give C9 the opportunity to go into double digits. The off is too good though. And Quest is gonna deny C9 advancing any further. Successful engagement as he fills him up with bullets. And an 8-7, that's alright. Once more, putting out here that with the low and small sample size we have about the Quest, they're just much better on the CT side. It's still a low sample size, which doesn't make it too reliable. So Automatic taking top mid control immediately. Voltage might not be ready for this. Not at all. Even so much damage down on Spongy. It seems like a number 9 goes the way of C9 in case no real error is coming in. As I say it, everybody of Quest is wounded. Still, the M4s have a very good opportunity to prevail, especially with Automatic now holding such a tight angle. First one spotted and found. Flashbang with no impact. Grim, a decent molly though, forces him into the hands of his teammate. Oh, and exceeds. He's gonna strike. This is so unfortunate. A brilliant molly because their Automatic had 2 choices. I rather go top mid again, or I go towards T-spawn. T-spawn seems more lucrative. He failed though, as he didn't expect that to be the case. Nobody actively guarding the bomb anymore. With Vice now expected, seems like it's safe to assume that the bomb can be grabbed, and it needs to be grabbed ASAP. Cajun, I mean, he sees the tendency of Quest, If he now finds them, oh, it would be brilliant. He's standing out in the open, nearly does it. But Grimm's triple is giving Quest the number 7. There's only a difference of 1 round between both of them. Sad times for Cloud9. Only 1 round separates them from their opponents on their map pick. Just pointing that out. Half of Nuke ended 11-4, if I'm not totally wrong. Grim here's automatic. He hears all the players coming down. Now those USPS shots need to be goddamn accurate. Exceed starts good. Automatic on the radar off him. Oh, and Grim, he continues. His accuracy is needed. And 1 more bullet and Golden is out. Pistol round goes in favor of Quest. Cloud9 cannot find a way to access the A side successfully and get the bomb on the ground. And that's the way it goes. 8-8. Money is here for Quest. They're going to invest into it. Eco from Cloud9 is inevitable. The last time, this is the second time I'm telling you that, but it's still important. The last time Cloud9 has missed a major was PGL Krakow. That was 2017. 2 years ago. This Quest seems to be somewhat on the right track. I mean, this round for sure should be no mistake at all. Though the scout doesn't really hit a shot, the FAMAS seems to do the rest. And Rush to be the last man alive. Here comes the lead for Quest. After a long time of a break, now they're back in the driver's seat. Not too comfortably though. Cloud9 buys up, whilst Quest sticks to the weaponry they have. Of course, nobody died, so no reason to really upgrade. So let's see, what is the game plan of Golden? What is his call for the team? What is his decision? This Voltage comes in with the top mid smoke. No access for C9, who now send players on underpass. I mean, this is very good in that sense that we see Quest are sending nobody towards middle. Legitimately nobody. They focus solely onto A and B. I mean, in the course of the round, they might consider to send somebody towards connector or short. Or window, of course. Seems like the setup of Cloud9 leans towards B. Rush already leaves the gates of the A site. Might be the one just to hold down rotators. So mid is taken. It could also logically be the A split in this. It just depends if Cajun is going to join in to go towards connector. And if they do the A split, I don't want to give a warning sign to Cloud9, but who's going to pick the bomb? 45 seconds. Automatic does that. Setup basically weakened by 1 player right now. Snakes is having a bit of a realization. Oh no, and that could be a mistake. Look at it right now. Grim is already rotating. They're sending their 4th player onto the A side. They are trying to strengthen their defense. 25, by the way, on the clock. And now let's see what can Quest bring to the table. Golden looks for the first. As though the FAMAS, Spongy only finding 1. It's not too ideal. And that means Quest might need to give up onto this. The Scout is definitely not the weapon that's going to really find a frag. Still, Grim is the perfect assistant. Golden overextends, and in the reload, he's going to be taken out. Quest gotta make a decision right now, and Cloud9 have split themselves up in a good manner because this is gonna be an important frag that allows no further flanks. We see 48 and 12 HP onto Quest, and that is not realistic. Cloud9 though have lost 2 in the process. It looked a little shaky towards the end. And Quest, I mean, maybe even the upgraded pistol round would seem to be making more sense. Considering that they're getting 1,900 in the next one. They're playing it fully eco? No, okay. Just thought for a second, that would be weird. I mean, 1,900 on every single player. You can calculate it yourself. That's alright. That's workable. With those easy frags found. No real problem I see here happening. I mean, the double was not really needed to demolish that Cloud9 dichotomy a little bit. But there it goes. A little bad manner. A little shot into the already dead head. And there are the double digits. A move in the right direction for sure, but I just don't know yet about the defense of Quest. The first buy round Cloud9 won was a very slow mid setup, which sent players towards underpass. Top mid smoke was given in the beginning, but then they shifted over and did a very good split over connector. Very enjoyable in the end. And now Quest, are they ready for this? A good nade thrown, I mean, takes Golden down to 78, but the rifles are pretty much disabled. Though Voltage with a brilliant angle can't find the first, but they're coming closer. Oh, and the flick doesn't work. He was up on the boxes, but that is not so workable anymore. And as Cajun flanks instantly eliminated, refrags are happening. And Grim is looking grim at the moment. Automatic those strikes. And this would be the ace in case he finds round number 10 for Quest. A safe might be a realistic and reasonable choice, but he might just choose the things that don't always look like they're ideal on paper. Could be an AWP safe, but there's just nobody coming through. An automatic, oh, he's not going to find him in the end. There he goes. Running away. Hoping to find at least a little Molotov laying on the ground. And number 11 comes in for Cloud. With Grim doing no further mistakes. For a second, I thought he might just go into the windows and check anybody coming kitchen. But there they go. One weapon saved. The rest of the team of the CT's probably going for the eco. I mean, 100% surely going for the eco. There's a timeout to talk about it. So Quest, give the AWP to Voltage. Let's see if he's going to have any impact on it. I mean, talking about this man, was actually on the bottom of the scoreboard for Quest on map number 1. Overall, though, with a rating of 1.12 in the MDL, definitely a decent offer, to put it that way. Real weird to see that nuke not working for him, actually, if you think about it. Let's see if Cloud9 are starting to waffle. Talking about it, Voltage with 2! And that is towards main. A brutal impact from a single AWP. Once more, considering the rest of Quest hardly has anything. Snake's aggressiveness. Oh no, his automatic falling into the trap. I don't want to believe it's only a P2000. It works! This is a bomb down, and Cloud9 only got Rush left alive. The lone survivor, the lone wolf. The man who now needs to bring on number 12 for C9 in a round where Quest hardly had anything. And now they're upgraded. And that dark situation for Rush, it's possible. Snakes whiffs his first, and this bomb is now to be retrieved. 45 more seconds to make a decision, but does he know about Spongy? No chance. Oh, Cloud9, losing the initial fight against the AWP of Voltage. We talked about him. He had no impact really on Nuke, and now he shines in such an important round. It's incredible. Absurd in the meantime. Actually, Kafkaesque, if you think about Cloud9 going through this tedious process of bouncing back and then failing. And that's devastating. Think about it. Think about Quest finding this round. And if this is the case, Cloud9 will not only see a tie coming in, they also see themselves ecoed. That would be the worst. And Exceed starts off good on the other side of the map. Grim and Exceed joining us in as the other director doesn't want to show us. And this is painful. Nade going deep. Blocking window, if I'm not totally wrong. Yeah, indeed. This leaves the AWP on its own. Snakes with a little bit of a whiff. Another one coming in. Can't deny the access, but he got all the supporters on his side. And as Voltage is finding Rush, one more to go would be golden. Taps away Sponge in a beautiful fashion, but no realistic approach. Tied up it is. Eco from C9. Quest most likely on track to get the lead. A team that not recently is wrong. Recently is the wrong word, but in recent history won a major. I think that is a good word. In recent history won a major, is now struggling in the close qualifier. It's not what you want to see. The Glocks surely could have some impact by trying to demolish the CT economy. On a realistic note, though, it's not going to happen, especially as now Snake's knows, throws a molly, and should just be able to mow him down to get over his teammate. There comes one frag. It's nice to have. And one pistol shot, you're out. This is the round that matters, though. Take a look at it. Well, here Cloud9 has a 3-round lead, losing bonus 1, 2, 3. Well, obviously the fortress coming in. That would basically be 2,900. You see them investing. So if we consider that Quest gets the 13th, 2,900 on here is still not a proper buy. So we consider an eco, or maybe a little bit of upgrade pistol. Let's say a P250. So 1311, P250 in the hands of Cloud9, not going to work most likely, and then we are on the 1411 with the next buy of Cloud9 coming in. All the hypothetical scenario in case they fail. With Exceed having this mid control, Voltage have an underpass, the rotation comes in immediately. Frag number 1 granted for Exceed. Snakes is also there to shut their system down, and up back on bench. Damage has been dealt. Rush down on 5, and this is the nade working brilliant. Mortar fire goes the way, and this means Vice is the last man alive. It might be the sinister situation I just portrayed actually happening. And that's a disgusting headshot. There you have it. 2.9. And what's the decision of Cloud9 at this point? They could surely force through. The only man really with something in their hands would be Cajun. That would be armor and an AK. And that you don't see a timeout coming in beforehand when they had to buy, or right now when they need to figure a way how to demolish Quest in the end, is a bit saddening for me. It's just disgusting. It's devastating. I don't have any words to describe it, really. And as Voltage holds mid-control, finds an easy frag. Player on short might come close. That's Vice, but he's eliminated with ease. And so things... It's dark clouds over the Cloud9's head. As the white and blue turns into dark gray. with Rush. I mean, realistically speaking, not doing anything in this. Should have taken it back. Sorry, Rush. Didn't mean it. Back and connected. Oh, 16 HP. Beheaded. Mobile guillotine used by Grim. Now we're talking Cloud9. Now we're talking. Golden needs to put something amazing into this round. The strat book of him needs to work 100% right now. Because otherwise, the team that represented an A for a good bunch of time and was up there might fail at that point in time. And that's the last thing you want to see. I mean, surely we're talking about Liquid nowadays in 2019. But you don't expect a team called Quest4_. I mean, this sounds like your random Faceit puck, sort of. Without discrediting Quest at all. Don't get me wrong, please. There it goes. Right direction from Vice. Stacks? Actually, Snake's only down to 19 HP. Thought it was much more impact through that. The interesting control they have gained is towards Connector here. We see already Automatic and Golden advancing that far. As the Molly, though, has no interesting impact. Golden tries to advance with a smoke isolating everybody from A who might just swing wide. But Quest is not interested in it. You see two players towards ramp in that direction. 40 more seconds to now make it to the B site. Oh no. Did he have Grim on the radar? I mean, one Molotov could deny him. Rush would have it in his hands. In the meantime, player come over and short. They see Grim, and that's brilliant. Vice exactly doing what is needed. Though the awe comes in. Golden might be the next victim. He is, and that CT weapon is prevailing. Pure force Quest uses right now to shut down the opponent. Automatic is the only one doing it, and he fails! 15-11. Cloud9 has 4 more chances. 4 more. And you gotta be on the scene right now. You gotta be forearmed for every single play of Quest. Weigh up the options and stop deviating yourself from success. I mean, they deviated from the win already. Portentous round number 27. You wouldn't believe it. And Uncle Scrooge is not there for Cloud9 to give him a little loan. There's hardly anything left. The utility's limited. We see a Galil on the hands of Vice. The alacrity of Quest seems to be rewarded. Voltage looking for Automatic, denied. Tunnel Vision is killing you once in a while, and Automatic is not happy anymore. As though Exceed tries to take a bit of control. Connector belongs to them. Realistically speaking, though, this can't be happening. No. Under no circumstance. Oh, made the step in Connector. Rush is rather not firing through. So he goes up the stairs. Can Exceed find the frag? He can. Oh, and this would be his clutch. Rush would be the final player. Is it gonna happen? No! It does! Exceed clutches it on his own! A round that started so dark for Quest! It's given them the 16-11. If you could see me, I remain speechless. Unbelievable. Quest, you've done it. Cloud9, you need to question yourself big time. That was... What do you want to say about... You can't alleviate the pain right now on everybody in Cloud9 and around Cloud9. The rudimentary approach on Mirage didn't work. Yesterday they smashed their opponent 16-2 on that. It looked like a blithe victory, and now it was a brusque mistake. And this buttresses the issues many people count in for Cloud9. Sad story for them. That's it. Well, thank you very much for watching. We saw a little bit of history here. The last time Cloud9 missed a major was Krakow 2017. Let that be the thoughts that you might go to sleep to. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Sesht. !cast is your command. I'm repeating myself. Nevertheless, see you guys another time. Bye-bye.
Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with Solid Bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.